You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency. Welcome to another episode of MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, Iceman. Guess we're going kind of back to basics, old school. Don't have a guest this evening. Just me, myself, and I. So got a few stories. Probably not going to be probably won't even be an hour. So I do have a few funny things to say, and I got one little thing I'm going to bring it up, see if I can start a discussion either on the Facebook page or through email or something like that. We'll get to it. So let's get going. Start out by thanking everybody that listens. Y'all the reason I do it. And I hope y'all enjoying it. Thank old Stara. He's been a big help since Doc's been really busy lately. So anyway, everybody that listens, I really appreciate it, especially like in our states, Illinois, California, Canada, California, and the overseas people. And then we got some in Great Britain and Germany and stuff like that. I appreciate all y'all. So hit me up with an email if you out the country. Let me know what you think. So I appreciate y'all listening. Anybody has any questions, comments, or just wants to say hi, like I said, the best way to hit me up is get in touch with me, and I usually respond within an hour, usually, if not sooner, is on email. That's motorcopchronicles@gmail.com. So hit me up if you want to have a conversation with me that way. Anyway, it's been, I know I've been putting stuff out on the twice a week like I have been. Like I said, I was kind of like had COVID brain or something like that. I got really unmotivated. So getting a little bit better on that part of it. I'm still not 100%. Anyway, hadn't been writing a whole lot of tickets due to, me being sick, then hurricane, and then it's been fucking raining like crazy over here. Today was actually nice. I think I got to go out and write tickets one whole day in the last month. So, but I do have a couple stories, and stupid shit always happens, or people are just dumb or rude. I did go work a crash, 2-vehicle crash, no injuries. So I know I was very close to it. I think my response time was like 3 minutes from dispatch to me going 1097, arriving on scene. So I get there. One vehicle is totally disabled, unable to be moved, blocking the left lane. The other vehicle was able to be pulled off of the roadway, even though it couldn't be driven off. So anyway, I get there, established again that there was no injuries, which there wasn't, which is always a good thing. I don't like to see people getting hurt like that. So I kind of look what happened. I kind of looked at the scene. Like I said, I've been doing this almost 30 years. So I've been a traffic cop for about 20 of them. So I've written thousands and thousands of crashes. So I kind of look at the scene and make my own assessment before I even talk to the parties. So I go talk to the one person who's pulled over to the shoulder of the road. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm like, what happened? He advised me he was in the right lane. Now you got to remember, this is This is just a couple of days after the hurricanes had hit. So, in the area I was working, they still had gas stations that were open, but people were coming from all over, and it would take you 2 to 3 or longer hours just to try to get fuel. And he said he was driving down the road. He happened to be in the right lane. He noticed they had a gas station open. Well, he decided to, he says he looked in his mirror, but he was going to make a left-hand turn from the right lane, which this is a one-way highway, 2-lane, one-way highway going one direction. He turned and hit a vehicle, a truck, which happened to be a parish truck or county truck, wherever you may be from, and hit it, disabling both vehicles. And he's like, well, I looked in my mirror. He was speeding because he wasn't there. Well, I'm like, I understand. First of all, calm down. It's an accident. You're going to be at fault because I can't make a left turn from the right lane. And even if he was speeding, it's still your responsibility to make sure that lane's clear before you turn. So he kind of understood that. And this guy was late 20s, early 30s. I don't remember exact age, but he was late 20s, early 30s. So then I go over to the other one. So the first one I talked to, I didn't establish. I'm going to call him Vehicle 1. That's how we do it here in Louisiana. It's not saying that, but usually when we write a crash on the state crash form, Vehicle 1, we always just Vehicle 1 is the at-fault vehicle. It's just common knowledge. That's just the way it is. Vehicle 2 is the non-at-fault vehicle, or the lesser of at-fault, because you can have a crash where, number 1 could be 60% at fault, and another be 40% at fault, but that's a whole different discussion for another time. So I'll go talk to, let's say I talk to number 1, and we're going to talk to number 2. You okay? He's like, I'm fine. I don't need it. I don't need medical. And I'm like, what happened? He said, I was going down the road. I was driving. Next thing I know, this guy turned right into me and hit me. Okay. And that's what happened. The other guy just said he was speeding. Well, with it being a governmental vehicle, their safety person came out, and while she was there talking to her, man, I went back. I had told the number 1 while I was there the first time, look, I'm going to need your license, your insurance, and your registration and all that good stuff like that. And I'm sorry. Ostera started texting me and I got sidetracked. I asked him for that before I went to talk to number 2. Told number 2 I'm going to need the same thing. Now, at this point, I'm walking back over to number 1. Well, he must have called his mama. So his mama's now on the scene. And I don't know if it's cousins, brothers, whatever, but she got 2 or 3 other people with her besides him. Well, she's over here screaming and hollering. I can hear her across around me. So I walk over there. I'm like, whoa, hold on, man. You got to calm down. I'm not going to have all this hollering and screaming. She's like, he's speeding. And I'm like, hold on. I said, I'm not going to have you come out here and cause a disturbance on my scene. If you want to do that, I will have you removed. Oh, so then here we go. Here we come to the fun part. First, she accuses me of playing favorites because I guess her son told her what I had said about him being the at-fault vehicle. So now she's hollering at me that I'm playing favorites because it's a government vehicle, parish truck. Which, if anybody knows me, and people that do know me, I don't care if it's parish truck or not. If he was wrong, he's wrong. I'm gonna write him up as wrong. It's my integrity. I don't care what kind of government truck it is. If it could have been a cop, and if he was wrong, I'm gonna write him as wrong. It's just the way it is. Period. First, she accused me of that, and I said, "No, ma'am." I said, "I don't care what it was. This is the way the accident happened, and this is the way I'm gonna write it." I said, calm down. Then, here comes the fun part. So that didn't work. So then she accused me of being racist. Yep, dramatic pause. Yeah, accused me of being racist. Why? I don't know. Her son was black. Well, he was half black because it's her son and she was obviously white. So he's half black, which I don't give a shit. But now I'm racist because I'm saying that he's at fault. The driver of the government vehicle, the parish truck, he's a black guy too. So how am I being racist? If both people involved in that accident are both black, how am I being racist playing favoritism towards either person? Just the card everybody likes to play. Hear it all the time. I said, no, ma'am, I'm not racist at all. Then she don't like my response is she says she's going to call this other, I'm not going to say his name, of course, but I'm going to call, we'll just say, call him D. I'm going to call D. I said, go ahead. I said, call him. Because when he comes over here, and I know him, personal level, me and the guy, I consider his friend. We get along great, joke around with each other. I'm like, call him. I said, he comes over here, and I'm going to advise him this is my scene, and this is how it's going to be written. But you go ahead and do what you want to do. So I guess she started calling him, which she did, because I talked to him a couple of days later. He's like, yeah, I told her I wasn't going out there. He said, you've been, writing crashes longer than I have. But anyway, I go back over to the number 2. His safety person's here, safety person for the parish. And, she was standing there and heard this woman, calling me a racist, playing favoritism, and stuff like that. And she's like, look, all our vehicles have GPS on them. I can pull that up. I said, great, please do. She pulled it up. And because they're hollering at the guy with speed, and that's why the accident happened. Well, at the time of the accident, point right, his last speed indication at the time of accident was 33 miles an hour. I guess technically, yeah, he was speeding because the speed limit's 30. I don't know. 3 miles an hour, really? So that got debunked real fast, And I went back and told Mama, this is a grown-ass fucking man. This is what pissed me off. This is a grown man. Late 20s, early 30s. Grown-ass man. His mama done come here and then got all rambunctious with shit. I'm a racist favoritism person now at this point. She called her I guess she thought was her good cop friend buddy, but he wasn't coming. He didn't show up. Because I told her, I said, I'll tell anybody that shows up, this is my scene. If you don't like it, you can either leave or I will have you removed or remove you myself. It's my scene. I'm a boss right now. So anyway, I look at the guy and I'm like, do you have your information? No, I had asked him again when I went back over there. I asked him a second time. I'll go back over there again. I asked him this third time within about a 10-minute period. So I didn't just ask him back to back to back. 10 to 15-minute period. I told him, I said, do you have your insurance, driver's license, registration? Well, he starts patting his thing, digging around. Kind of like people do when they don't have a driver's license or they're suspended. So I look at the guy, I say, look, now he's digging. And he said 15 minutes, fine and shit. I'm like, do you not have a driver's license? Are you suspended? Or, I said, if you are, it's no big deal. I just need to know so I can run it and we'll get the information. We'll take care of it. It's no big deal. Oh, what? You trying to say, you accusing me of not having a driver's license? I said, no, I didn't accuse you or anything. I believe I asked you a question. I said, because I've asked you 3 times for the same information. You haven't given it to me. So is there a reason you're not giving it to me? Well, now I get it. So, of course, now I'm a racist because I accused him, or I asked him if he was suspended because after a 15-minute period, I still don't have the information. It takes 15 minutes to give me your fucking information. Just give it to me. I need it to write the crash. So I get all this done. I explain the parish people, they're fine. I give them all the stuff. I give them a file number. They're done. Tow trucks come. I had to have both of them towed off. I go back to number 1 yet again, which Mama done calmed down a little bit. And, because I'm a grown man, I got to have my mommy come out there. Because he was cool until his mama got out there and he had it. Now you got to figure this is right after I got back COVID. I skipped over this part because I don't have no notes. I'm just going straight off of memory with I don't know, cliff notes and nothing written down, so excuse me if I backtrack. When he went to hand me his driver's license, this was after all the other stuff. Well, he said, why are you handshaking? Just, are you mad you're handshaking? I know, nothing to do it. So That pissed me off because my hand was shaking a little bit, but I had just come back to work. I've been back to work for like 2 days from COVID. I wasn't even 100% yet. So yeah, my hand was shaking a little bit because of breathing, walking back and forth, and everything else. I mean, like I said, I was probably running about 85% of myself working in the heat. So I didn't say a word to him about it. Because it really ain't none of his fucking business. He's just being a dick. Because now he's been a tough guy because his mama's there. Before he was polite and everything, but mama gets there and starts her shit. I guess stirs him up. Oh, mama's a big tough guy. I'm going to be. So, I guess mama gives him balls, or she had them in his purse and put them back on him. I don't know. So anyway, they actually have a place right here where this accident happened. They have a place of business. It's like a restaurant type place that you can also buy like a meat market / restaurant, seafood place. It sells everything. Really good. They got awesome steaks, fucking superb steaks. Even Bam will tell you that. But so I'll go over there and I talk to them. They actually had they have cameras all over this building. One of their cameras in the parking lot points in that direction. Well, it's watching their parking lot. Well, it happened to have just enough. It showed just enough of the road, way at the top of the camera, that you could see this crash. It wasn't super clear because it was so far away, but you could see it. And you can see it crystal clear as day that this dude made a left turn from the right lane right into that other vehicle. Clear as day. So I film it on my phone. I go back out. Now, mama's still out there because she still ain't none too happy. She's still, I guess she's thinking she's going to get paid because of Paris truck and stuff like that. Well, you ain't getting paid because it's your kid's fault or your grown child's fault. I go back there and I show her the video that clearly shows. Now, I would end up putting it up for people to see, but I can't because, it could still go to court or whatever, so it's not a closed investigation. I don't put stuff up that's still ongoing. But if y'all can see it, you see it clearly shows that number one turned right into number two. No ifs, and buts about it. Any jury would be like, yeah, you don't have to be a rocket scientist or a accident reconstructionist to see that this dude did fall. And I still told him. I walked over there and mama she ain't being as bitchy, but you can tell she's not happy with the Iceman at all. And I look at the boy. Now I could have written him a ticket because his fucking license plate had expired about 2 months ago. Okay. I could have written him a ticket for that shit. And I could have wrote him a fucking ticket for careless operation. I could have wrote him 2 tickets. And even though they were all being asked, which I usually do write tickets on that, I didn't have. So I explained to him, I said, look, ma'am, I said, here it is. I said, the video's right there. It's hard to see. Well, trust me. Well, you don't have to trust me because I'm a showing favoritism racist. But you don't have to, but it's there. I just showed it to you 3 times. And I explained to him, I said, look, I could write him 2 tickets right now. I said, it's called an accident for a reason. If he did it on purpose, it would be called on purpose or insurance fraud or something like that, which it wasn't. It was a fucking accident. He saw they had gas, made a dumbass move, turned where he should have turned and got in a fucking accident. Shit happens. That's why you have insurance. So, long story, I give them their file number and stuff, and they went about their business, whatever. I just thought it was interesting, that this grown ass man, first thing he calls his mama, which you can call her, but you fine and polite and personal until your mama gets out there with her attitude. Now you done call her an attitude, or your mama's boy or a fuck boy or a little bit of both. Or we don't even just say that. We'll just call you a mama's boy, a little bitch. Okay. So anyway, grown ass man doing this shit, just fucking stupid. So the last 2 weekends I have been doing some extra escorts for Louisiana State University, which that's a whole other deal. This may be my last year doing that because they keep making it more and more difficult to just do it, and I'm not going to put up with the fucking hassle of it. It ain't worth it to me. I do it because I enjoy doing it. It's fun. I like seeing people I know out there, the tailgate and the atmosphere, and make a little extra money. But you start making it too difficult for me, I don't need the money, and I'm just not going to put up with the fucking hassle. And I'm not going to be out there like yesterday. I had to leave the house in the fucking rain. So we'll see. We'll see what next year brings. But anyway, our first escort was not this Saturday, but last Saturday. And that was a long day. 14 hours of it. And I'd never done that many escorts ever in the 7-8 years I've been doing escorts out there. It was the first game they had that they actually had the campus open and tailgating open since the pandemic started. So wasn't a big game, it was a small school, but they had a lot of people. They had a decent crowd, not one of the big ones, but it was decent. Well, all I gotta say is I don't know. If I get bashed for this one, I don't care. I'm gonna say what I fucking want to say, but do kids go to school? Do kids go to college to get retarded or stupid or something like that? Because all these college kids they're just fucking dumb. It's like, do you have to take an extra to different type of school once they get out of college to get the dumbness out of them? I say this, first of all, you know how football and tailgating goes here anyway. It's a lot of drinking, a lot of alcohol. There's just one little girl. I say little girl. I'm pretty sure she was in her early 20s. She's walking. This is hours before the game. She's fucking plastered. There's about 5 or 6 of us out there. Me, Todd, some Louisiana State troopers, I think some LCPD guy. We're waiting to bring the football team down what they call Victory Hill. So we wait. This girl's walking. We're watching because she trips. She trips into grass. Goes head over heels. Next thing you know, she's standing there with her dress over her head. Thank God she had some panties on. It was like some little black thong things, but she had them on. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure your daddy's proud of you. Right after that, now the road we're on is where all the sorority houses are on too. This stupid motherfucker. I mean, there's people everywhere. This dumb motherfucker in this vehicle comes hauling ass down the road. Well, there's this little girl. Now, I will say little girl because she was 19. I'll tell you how I know that. But we holler at the guy, make him slow down. We get her out because she's walking right on the edge of the road. She was about to be roadkill or damn near close to it. Well, we found out quick that she was drunk. I was like, girl, get out the road. You almost got run over. She looks at us dead in the eyes and she's like, I'm 19, go LSU. I said, do you realize that you just almost died? You almost got run over by a car, right? Go Tigers. I'm like, okay, you have a nice day. I'm sure you're making your daddy really proud. So either somebody's spending a lot of money on tuition for her to almost get run over because she's oblivious and just drunk, and or that's where my tax money's going for the TOPS program. Either way, it's disheartening. I mean, when I went to college and stuff, I know we act stupid, but I hope to God I didn't act that fucking stupid. Everybody knows y'all seen me. I also vape. Quit smoking regular cigarettes at least 5-6 years ago. Anyway, I vape. I'm down to I think I make my own juice. I put 0.2 to 0.3 milligrams of nicotine per 120 ml bottle, okay? I make my own. We're sitting there. Todd vapes now. He quit smoking cigarettes too. I think he's at 3 milligrams, but regardless. We wasn't hitting it, and I had it in my hand. He had his hand. Somebody came up to us. I'm not going to say who it was. But they said, oh, what's wrong, you guys from where we work at? How much like that vaping? Why I say nothing? I just look at him dead. I'm just looking at him in his eyes. And he's like, well, this is a tobacco-free, vape-free campus. So I said, I'm looking at him. The Todd looked at me, and he told me, he said, I looked at you and saw you had locked in on him, and the look on your face, he said, I was like, oh. I think he thought I was about to get fired or something. Because I'm thinking, I'm just getting about to go get on my bike and drive the fuck off and just quit. Because this was a person that worked for the university. And but I did. I looked at him and I was like, I said, well, having open containers and public intoxication and underage drinking is also illegal. But it seems y'all's campus might have an issue with that also, from what I'm seeing. And then they look at me and say, laugh. Well, I guess some rules just meant to be broken sometimes, honey. I just looked at him and said, I guess so. And he just walked off. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the guy. That's why I did say no. I mean, I guess he was joking. Maybe what, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. So, but this past game, it wasn't as bad as the first one. Did get a little wet at the beginning. Didn't have as many escorts and nothing like that. But it's all stories I can think of off the top of my head. I know I got more because I wrote them down. But my notebook is in my unit, which is not here because I'm on my motorcycle. And keeping my fingers crossed it's not raining when I go to work in the morning. Because I hate getting wet going to work that early in the morning. But the discussion thing I talked about earlier, what I was going to say, I read this news article. I know I don't talk about news articles, but I read this news article a couple weeks back. I've been wanting to say something about it, but I'm not going to talk about the news article itself or read it, but it was a news article about these like red light cameras and these the speed detection ones that do. The speed ones do basically just like the red light ones do. You speed past it, takes a picture of your shit, and you get a ticket and shit mailed to you saying, hey, you owe us this amount of money. Be my personal opinion, the red light cameras, they're bullshit. I don't want to hear what the politicians say. Oh, they help save lives and they do this, do that. No, they don't. No, they don't. What they do is cause more crashes because, when you're right on top of a red light and it turns on you, most people, if it turns yellow, you'll punch it and go through it real fast. Now, because these motherfuckers, because I got one, if it's yellow and you go through and it turns red before you clear the intersection, it's going to send you a picture saying you ran a red light. But basically, why I say they cause more crashes, people see, it turns yellow, and they're right on top of it, and they just slam their brakes on. Now somebody slams into the back of them because everybody's tailgating and texting and talking on the phone. So they actually cause more crashes. So city governments, where I work, they do not have either or. We don't have red light cameras nor the speed one. But I know New Orleans has some. I think Baton Rouge City has some. Another place out here called, I think Baker. I don't know if they still have them. Baker. The city of Baker had the speed ones, but I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, there's places that have these red light cameras. Bullshit. You can say whatever you want to say. The government can say what they want to say. I say they're bullshit. They're just it's a revenue generating machine. It's not there to deter you from breaking the law. It's there to take a picture of it and mail it to you and generate revenue. It's revenue. My bigger issue is because now most people know it's like, oh, that's a red light camera. Be careful, don't So, but it's the ones that write you, they'll send you a speeding ticket. There was this one company. I ain't gonna say the name of the company, but it's this company. They use these little trucks, so they'll just I think somebody used to sit in them. Now I think they drive them out there, park them, somebody picks them up because I don't know if it was here in another state years ago because they used the operator used to sit in there, just sit in the vehicle and after setting it up and just sit there for hours and let it take pictures of people speeding. And they were playing on their phone, listen to the radio, whatever. I guess somebody didn't like it, walked up and killed the guy in the truck, which it's totally wrong. Nobody deserves just to get murdered, but now they park the trucks and just leave them. Like the one in Baker, though. These things, if you ever, like on a construction site, you see these, those big light boxes that the lights on it looks like a fucking construction light box. Or light station, whatever they call it. But it's not. It fucking takes pictures of your fucking license plate if you speed by and get a ticket. And I do know this because I got an ex-wife of mine and got two of those in a fucking car that was registered to me. So I got these tickets in the mail that I wasn't even fucking driving, but the car is registered to me, so I'm actually a ticket. So this is where my bitch is at, is on these speed ones. If anybody says, "Oh, they save lives," bullshit. Bullshit. Because especially the speed ones that they move around, that don't save lives. How if I don't even know if I got to get it? How do I know if I didn't even get a ticket until a couple weeks later when I get in the mail? How's that saving lives? Because it didn't slow me down. You speed past the trailer. It takes a picture of you. Especially during the day, because you don't see no flash. At night, you see a flash. But during the day, you speed past the trailer, it takes a picture of me. Did it slow me down? Did it stop me from speeding? No. Took a picture and mailed me a fucking ticket. Totally financial money generating device right there. This is why I hate them so bad. Just because of that reason. It's not a deterrent. It's for making money. Me personally, when I'm out there and people say, "Oh, you fucking asshole, you write tickets all the time." You know what? When I write somebody a ticket, let's say when I'm out there and I pull somebody over for doing 100 miles an hour on the interstate, guess what? I stopped them from going that fast. I stopped them from speeding. So I possibly saved that person's life, or save somebody else's life, or both of them. That ticket writing machine didn't stop shit. It took a picture. The person's still driving down the road 100 miles an hour, however fast they're going. Possibly could kill somebody. So how's that saving lives? If somebody out there, listen, can explain to me how that's saving a life, please email me or get in touch with me. I would love, convince me. Please change my mind on that. Convince me. Because it's the most fucking ridiculous thing it is. And I believe now, y'all know I'm a cop. I love writing tickets and shit like that. That right there is, to me, they're wrong. They're wrong. I don't write tickets for the department to make money or this or that. I write tickets to slow people down, possibly save somebody's life. Maybe I'll find some drugs. You never know, I might pull over a car that's got a kidnap victim in it or something like that. You never know. You never know. There's a good chance I've pulled people over that down the road, maybe they would have been involved in a crash and died or hurt somebody else, but we'll never know because they didn't happen because I pulled them over. That's how my mind goes about it. With these ticket writing machines, oh, no. Just solely for the county, the parish, the city, or whatever, to make money. And I disagree with that. I don't believe city governments are in at profit business, are they? I didn't think they were. But obviously that's what these are for. It's bullshit. Totally disagree with it. It don't do nothing but generate revenue. Generate revenue. If anybody disagrees with them, please email me. motorcopchronicles@gmail.com. Go on Facebook. Please leave a message. Go on the YouTube channel. Put a comment on YouTube. Put a comment. I'll gladly have a discussion. So like I said, if somebody's got a good one, let me know. If you're good enough and you want to come on the show and discuss it on why you think they're good, let me know. We'll do a part 2. I'd love to hear why somebody thinks that not the red light ones as much as the speed ones. I just can't. Like I said, I hate them. I've hated them for 15 years when they started putting them out and using them. Hated them ever since then. First day they had them out, they used them out where I used to work for a little while. They pissed the sheriff off and he ran them out. But it's totally just money generating. If somebody thinks something different, please, like I said, let me know. So hopefully, it's coming up week. Weather's better. Would like to get out and start writing some more tickets. And, I ain't going to tell that story right now. We'll wait. I got another story. Went to a fatality this past week. It ain't funny or nothing, but it was something with the fire department. But we'll maybe tell it another time. not going to get into that one right now. Like I said, I'm always looking for guests. So if you'd like to be a guest, if you know first responders that would like to be a guest, let me know. Hit me up. We'll figure something out and get you on here. So other than that, just a couple, like I said, just a couple short little stories there. Like I said, hit me up. Always happy to hear from the people, y'all out there anyway. And like I said, it's a little short one tonight, me solo. And hopefully soon, I do have somebody lined up to be a guest. Shit fell through, and I just hadn't. It's a lady who used to be a paramedic, and she does stuff with post-traumatic stress. I definitely want to get her on. Gotta get all the motivation back though. It's all right. Well, Wednesday will be here shortly. I'm not sure if I want to do an extra one or not. I got a lot of stories. I found a lot of stories on. I got a shit ton of stories on like high school kids and college kids just fighting and being extremely violent. And I'm talked to old Stare about doing just an extra one on violent juveniles. So we'll see. You might get two in the news ones this week. I'm not sure yet or not, but I'm not sure if Doc's gonna be here or not. Like I said, he's been busy and out of touch. So even if he is, I'm still gonna bring Holster in anyway. I think pretty much become a permanent part of it. So it might be 3 of us here Wednesday. I'm not sure or not. Maybe 4 one day. 'Cause I know Freebird was supposed to be here last week, but he came down sick. If anybody's wondering, Freebird has not had any bad side effects from the COVID. He did have the cocktail thing, but he has not suffered any bad reactions or been real sick from it. So he's lucky. Anybody's got any topics? Like I said, hey, more than happy, email me, or you can send them on Facebook DM. I got one guy that does it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't check it all the time. I don't have a personal Facebook account. I'm not really a big Facebook person. If you have any news articles from where you live or stuff like that, you think it might be interesting for us to read, I can't guarantee you we'll read it, but if you have one that you see, email it to me. Best way to get it. Like I said, motorcopchronicles@gmail.com. Email it. If you listen on YouTube, or if you go watch our videos, this one's not a video one. If you watch the videos live or whatever, or not live on YouTube, like and subscribe on there. Hit the little bell to let you know when I do go live. Like I said, on Facebook also. I do have a Rumble account. Still waiting on some followers on there. I need to put some more videos up. I don't go live on there. I'm not able to. But like I said, hit us up on those other ones if you want to watch the video. And I guess until Wednesday, unless I put something out sooner or later, I don't know. Wednesday's a definite. So until Wednesday, I hope everybody stays safe. Watch each other's backs. Watch your own back for sure. Shit's crazy out there. And remember to always smile, because Iceman could always be behind you.